What is up, guys? This is Raventoon, and we are back with a different thing than we usually do. We actually did some benchmarking on a new system that I built. My new gaming system and streaming system will be the Ryzen 7 1700. I have this overclocked to 3.8 gigahertz, and I'm running it on a MSI B350M Gaming Pro motherboard. We have 16 gigs of DDR4 2166 memory, and we're just going to show you what this is going on. And also for the graphics card, it's my standard. It's my R9 390. I didn't upgrade my graphics card whenever I bought all this. So the first benchmark we did is a synthetic benchmark. It was the Cinebench R15 multi-core benchmark. We got a 1594 on that. Now our CPU Z benchmark, we got on single thread a 2217. And on our multi-core, we got 19,046. Now our Firestrike physics test, we got 18,969. And with our Heaven benchmark, we set it to extreme with custom screen resolution of 1920 by 1080. We got 47.6 frames per second with a score of 1198. Now, in Ashes of the Singularity, we did the DirectX 12, the CPU-focused benchmark. We averaged 13 frames per second. On Fallout 4 Ultra settings, lowest we saw was 23, but we averaged about 40, low 40s, high 30s in battles. Other than that, it basically just pegged out the frame rate on that. In City Skylines, we had the low 60s with a high 50s. And Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor, we saw an average of 95 FPS, a max of 132, and a minimum of 66. Now, since Ryzen is a multitasking CPU, I did a little bit of multitasking with it. I was streaming with it, and I had some other stuff going on. My stream settings in the Xsplit broadcaster were the X264 codec with very fast preset with constant bitrate mode set. I was streaming at 1920 by 1080. At 60 FPS is what I started at, but for some reason my GPU would not work with it really well. So I had to bring it down to 30 FPS. We had Firefox and Deepbot running during this entire thing. So we had all that going at one time, which most streamers will have going. Minecraft with no shaders was at 200 FPS. Perfect. You know, it went over 200 FPS, but we say 200. I think I got up to it was like 460 something. And then when I looked down at the ground, that was when I was looking up and looking down. So that was good. And it did work on the 60 frame rate. But whenever I went over to the shaders with it, I used the Seos version 11. It got like 29 FPS in game on the streaming software. So that's about average. I think I saw a high of I think I had it up to like 60 something, but it just kept going up and down, especially with the GPU bottleneck. I played some modded Resonant Rise, and I had 110 FPS, no issues, nothing. Then I went over to Steam games, so I had to have Steam open and all this. And I played Fallout 4. Outside of battle, I got 50 to 60 FPS. In battle, about 30 to 40. So about the same as if I was just playing it regularly. So the streaming software had no issues with it. Now, Fallout 4 did break down on me, but my streaming software stuff didn't stop. None of that stopped. So I think it was an issue with Fallout 4. I'm using the beta setup. And City Skylines, we got 50 to 60, and it dropped to about 45 every once in a while. But it was during really high going in and out, switching around, moving around really fast just to try and bring the frame rate down. Now, Shadow of Mordor on Ultra settings. This is what's strange. It averaged 86 FPS, But I ran this test a couple times and it maxed out at 158 with a minimum of 50. So the minimum score dropped while I was streaming. However, my max score was different whenever I was just running it separately. And I ran these tests multiple times to just see what was going on. So I don't know exactly what's going on. I'm going to test that out a couple more times and then I'll get back to you with that. But I mean, yeah. So it looks like Ryzen is amazing at doing a lot of multitasking. It didn't look like I had too much difference while I was streaming and while I was playing the game. But like I said, you know, I'm just using the 1700. I had to buy this with my own money, so I had to put everything together on my own. Alright, so if I can get some more chips or something to test it against, I'd love to. But I'm just a normal YouTuber, a normal guy. I've got a minimum wage job, and I'm just trying to do what I can. But I would recommend this to anyone wanting to get started in streaming. It would be great for them. Those who just want to get a little streaming gaming rig, don't want to have to spend the extra money and build them a second computer for streaming. But yeah, guys, until next time, peace, love, and donuts. Stay with the birdcage. Bye.